welcome to Wednesday Newsline today. As I was saying, you have my usual banter and usual stuff here on the show. It was a lovely day today. I thought the sun was out and a bit cold though, but that's what you get this time of the year, as I was saying. And just straight into the news there, the daily news. The Irish Independent. I'll get the latest news there now for you. As I was saying there, the sound bits. Very much Donald Trump announces president of bid, but daughter Ivanka said she's out this time. As I was saying there, I have given you my view on Donald Trump. As I was saying there, he's the most evilest man in the world, as far as I can see, and I don't know how the people would vote him in again. I have had was looking at this earlier on this clip. He's running for president. If you want to have a little clip of it here, it is very interesting if you listen to it. The his here it is.
Great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for president of the United States. America's comeback starts right now. We were a strong nation, and importantly, we were a free nation. But now we are a nation in decline. For millions of Americans, the past 2 years under Joe Biden have been a time of pain, hardship, anxiety, and despair. We will bring our supply chains, which are a disaster right now. You can't get anything, and good luck getting a turkey.
As I was saying there, he's talking garbage, this man. He's the most dangerous man on the planet. And if Americans people vote for this man, they don't know what they're doing. He's a head case. There could be another war. There could be a worse war if they vote this man in and continue on
For
from this.
Thanksgiving, and I'm a victim, I will tell you. I said, why didn't you raid Bush's place? Why didn't you raid Clinton? 32,000 emails. Why didn't you raid Clinton's place? Why didn't you do Obama, who took a lot of things with him? We will dismantle the deep state and restore government by the people. I am asking for your support, and I am asking for your friendship and your prayers at this very incredible but dangerous journey. If our movement remains united and confident.
I've heard enough of that, but you get my opinion on Donald Trump. He's the most evilest man, and he's done the climate thing. He affected that one the last time he was in, and if he's voted in again, everything will be reversed. This man is. I said it before, 2016. I don't know why they voted for him, but this man, that's the way politics is works in America. So, but he is really, 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 I don't know. So I just hope, I hope that he doesn't get in, and maybe I'll be wrong, but I just hope. So I'll just continue on now from the next bit of my program there. That is the first thing on the news. If you click on about Donald Trump, Donald Trump announces to 2024 he gets it once more. And Garda did not consult investigation over the destruction of track records from Jeep Gerard de Moncoch alleged travel in Cortez. A lay person accused of sexual abuse still living on Blackrock College campus, according to the Indo here today. Teacher shortage top in three primary schools in Dublin don't have enough staff. And just more about Viganka accuses herself. Who else in the family is still on board with Donald Trump 2024 bid? It's all over the news at the moment. So, woman 99 called to Garda as a strange husband attempted to rape her, played in court. And Charlie Bird, Vicky, your inspiring words are still my guiding light. Thank you for your friendship. That's all on the Indo there. And then the entertainment news on the Indo. After Sun Review, Paul Mescal is frightening good in this heartbreaking father-daughter drama that will surprise you with every tone. He's given that review, that film that Paul Mescal is in, a review. It's on the surface, writer and director Charlotte Wells' desperately straightforward looks to be just another father and daughter vacation drama. Distressed dad takes his known preteen on a budget son holiday. So I After Sun, that's the name of it there. So it does get good reviews, and I don't know now. It couldn't be worthwhile to look into it. And then exclusive RT Julian Benson said he gave Dancing with the Stars my heart and soul. And I'm Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Chris cruises away on 11-star dinner in tonight's trial Boiling Point. And Late Late Show will give tribute to Vicky Feeling, including a stunning performance by the stunning, quoting on the Late Late Show. And I see that Katie Hannon got the gig in Clarenbone TV slot. I'd like to congratulate her on that. It's good slot. Monday Night Live show host. So got that. And Late Late Show Thai show is on the 25th of November, I say, and that's the Irish Independent news, and then Irish Times, straight into the Irish Times news. Spiritual announces restoration justice program for abuse survivors. That's just a program that was early on the news there about survivors there of domestic abuse. It just says the congregation has set up restoration justice program comprising of independent experts to engage with survivors of historical abuse at schools and institutions run by the congregation. The religious order, formerly known as the Holy Ghost Father, has also issued a freshly apologised to survivors. So that was on the news. I was looking at that was on the 1 o'clock news there, and then it says COP27, which we were talking about last week in college, and it's very interesting stuff. As I was saying there, it's just said there are growing fears COP27 will have a weak outcome and concerns over efforts to weaken committee to the Paris Agreement temperature goal of 1.5 degrees and a lack of backing by wealthy countries for scaled up climate finance for developing countries. It's just now. Some reports suggest negotiations to conclude on Friday and disarray, with talks running well behind schedule, though this is not usual for such summits that are attended by more than 190 countries. So there's more. There's a good article there about it on the Irish Times. I was just reading it there more about, and then it says Dublin for average house price league table at 880,000. So that's there, and then I just go now straight to the Hoganstand news. That was the Irish Times news. The Hoganstand news. Dublin unveil new GEA jersey. It has a different striping I see there, and Cork coaching roles for Walsh and O'Halpin. So that's more about on the GEA, and then I think I have the RT. Do I have it open there? More about as I was saying there, more on the Wicklow news. Then the news on that. I look up all the different news. It just says Acklow Main Street to return to 2 traffic. And Whitmore welcomes additional 84X service. That's a new service that they're bringing in. And director John Bowman to receive Lifetime Achievement Award, according to what it's saying there. So now I'll just go now straight. I have it here beside me into the Bray People News, which I do normally on a Wednesday. It just says Town rocked by deaths of Kieran 61, Dwayne 34, and Grace 14. There is a dark cloud over North Wicklow this week following the tragic deaths of 3 people. On Sunday, popular sea swimmer Kieran McEnanty died after he got caught in a rip tide and he enjoyed an early morning swim. The Meads Road man was known far and wide and was always willing to help out in the community. And then last Wednesday, Greystown teenager Grace Rush died tragically. The second-year student in St. George's Bray was a talented sports player, and that's terrible news as well. But 2 terrible country medals, which were due to be presented to her on the day of the funeral, and her club jersey rested. And then 34-year-old Dwayne Mayers died last Tuesday, just months after he married the love of his life, Rachel. So it's just shocking news there, and shows you a picture there of the late Kieran with the two dogs. Huge sadness at death of Kieran after he got caught in a riptide. Terrible, terrible really. So Wicklow Retail honoured at Retail Excellence Award. A talented teenager of Grace 14 had beaming smile that lit up the room. And then Dwayne 34 was a talented dad. And then Purple House gets cash injection of 31,500. Water upgrade works to take place at night. And presentation bray flying the flag to celebrate Stand Up Awareness Week at school. Bray School is flying the flag to celebrate stand-up awareness. Bray and staff for presentation. Several Pride flags donated to the school by Dublin Pride. Stand-up Awareness Week is a time for post-primary schools, youth service and youth presentation. College Bray LGBTQI group in a statement said, "Presentation, we are clear in our mission that the staff, students and parents of present day seek to promote self-caring environment." So that's there. Loretta student help raise funds for life-saving treatment for Alice. So and then 275,500 help funds key projects. Bray Mulcham has agreed to fund fixed multiple projects next year to the tune of 275,000. A new open space community grant set to enhance Bray. A new community open space grant for 2000 will put its place by Bray Municipal District Council. Councillor Rory O'Connor said the scheme being proposed is in response to the experience of the broad community for increased use and improvement of their public spaces. And Wicklow Town's review points towards growth. Answers needed for bus service in Bray. Councillor Rory O'Connor proposed a vote go ahead on TFI to the council to give a precedent about a local bus service was given full support by all 8 of Bray councillors at its November the meeting. And families showed true grit in semi-finals. The Simons from Wicklow Town recrossed. Simons qualified for Ireland's fittest final as Rice family crash out of competition. Roundabout District Journal launch and Wicklow Hospice to increase community palliative care service, and no discussions at Greystone's Fisherman's allowed. Stephen is awarded for his work in local area. Stephen Barry, an Enniskerry native, Stephen Barry has been named Wicklow's most inspiration person. And Happy Pear closes its cafe at Shoreland. I saw that there. Kitchen of Hope fundraising event in Bray raises 20,000. So that's good work there. Bray's new sensory room to help children on autistic spectrum. And Portuguese presence visited Glen Cree Centre for Peace and Reconciliation. So councils lend support to Gaffney's battle. That's councillors voiced their support for Ecclement's G.T. Gaffney and his family in their full fight for compensation for his losses incurred over the purchase of the trawler MVM Mary Kate in 2007. And Manor dumped parts of a body in Wicklow Mountains loses appeal. That's about the case of the late Patricia O'Connor and Kieran Green, and there's an article there about it. Lego model of Majestic Glendalough on display in museum. That's in display in the National Museum of Ireland, and that'd be good to see, wouldn't it? And Teresa's book shines a spotlight on Kennedy family. And Doug Allen, I see, is doing a talk at the Mermaid in November. Award-winning national history photograph documentary filmmaker and author, The Mermaid with a show. It's a wrap. He'll share the extraordinary film challenges, and Doug's been involved with more than 65 film freelancing for BBC, and they include Forces of Nature, Frozen Planet, and Ocean Giants. So that's the Mermaid Day is sold out. So that's a pity. That show. Teresa Buck shines a spotlight on Kennedy family. Teresa Hick has launched a new book on the Kennedys called "No Men Were Irish" on Sunday, November. She launched the book A New Time of Kennedy. And man who repeatedly raped young girl appeals conviction, according to that. And search for local mental health. The songs of Joni Mitchell's at the Whale, and that's there. And then the pictures there. Crown Person of the Year. That's about the Person of the Year. Declan Meehan is talking of Aidan Kennedy. Uh, Oliver Mahoney receiving a special recognition award from Bray Chamber President. And there's more. There's a good few awards there that were given out. So that's well done to them. And then funding boost for local men's shed to cover running costs. Wicklow shine at World Travel Market. So the Tourism Ireland is preparing for the 2000 season by mounting its biggest ever presence in the World Travel Market taking place in London this week. And Wicklow craftsman turns his eye to woodwork after health scare. So there's a good bit of news there to read out. I'm gonna go through half of it. Mechanic news, just a diary. So there's a good bit there to read, and then the schools, and then the sports. Then there's an article here. David Macliffe. He's doing the same thing what I'm doing there. He's making podcasts. He's a podcasting studio, and he's producing a podcast series. Andy Gaffney is his name. He's a university. He's doing his own podcast. If I missed an episode of The Simpsons, there wouldn't be no living with me. It was half passion, half addiction. So he has moved to Salt Hill in Galway to be with his partner, but this still speaks of Arklow as his home and a studio in Dublin. So he's that's a good article there. He says, just says here, David Mackert spoke to Aquaman and Gaffney about his rise from making obscure podcasts with his mates to creating a podcasting studio while also producing a podcast series which is attracting awards. So that's the story there. And a Carter, proud moment, Wicklow hurling captain, and the late Pat Mitchell earlier celebrate after 2019 Hurling League 2B win over Derry in Inniscale and Monaghan. So that's some sad news about Pat Mitchell there. He was a great man at the Wicklow matches, and just I'd like to say he's very sorry for that. And then there's more about it inside in the paper. Morehouse sealed sweet win for Bray. Bray won the Leinster Intermediate Hurling Championship quarter-final. Bray Emmett 17 points, Abbey Leaks 16 points, and that was played in Auckland. And I see the top scorer in the Bray Emmett's team was 12 points. Christy Morehouse 11 frays, and he had a good game. And then Mikey Boland 2 points. Ronan McMahon 1 point, so it was a good win there. And the next match, I think they're playing the Kilbarrack club, so I would like to wish them the best of luck in the next match. I'll probably go to it. Congratulations, Bray, on that. It was a great win, and plenty of room for improvement, according to Paul Carney. He described the side's 1 point victory over Laois as a character win, but he also felt that the hurlers didn't play to the potential for parts for what was a very tricky game. So that's I do wish them all the best there for the next day. So that's that. Then Carnew star in All Ireland score finals. Those Carnew won it. Congratulations to them there. And then that's then there's more. There's an article there about Pat Mitchell there, tribute to Pat Mitchell. It just says now that he has gone to his eternal rewards, he will be joined by many of his heroes from the past, and I'm sure the banter will continue with Mitch well and truly in the thick of things. It's a nice picture of him here, the mighty Mitch with new minor captain Callum Clark in Etchelton Park, Auckland. So may the sword of your native Wicklow rest lightly on your gallant breast. Pat Mitchell will always be remembered as a true GA man. John Andy O'Brien wrote the article, so it's good reading there. And I'd like to say sorry yet again for Pat Mitchell. He was at all the hurling matches and the football matches. He was a great supporter for Wicklow, and Uh, and now a club called David Luby. We're living in extraordinary times, whether we like it or not. So that's there. And then around the district, the different areas, Shankill and all, and Enniskerry, there's around the district. That goes on for a bit. There's a bit about planning in it there. I see a lot of people looking for planning permission and all, and it's quite a good. It's quite good today. The Bray people, the news in it, but very sad some of the news, and it's then there's an article there about the DS4 high tech brasserie, dubbed the most beautiful car of 2020. It's inspired by the Aerosport Lounge concept. So he gives it a good review. The price for the DS4 starts from 37,294. So I won't be getting one of them in a hurry. And tips to keep us safe on the winter roads. And it just gives you an article then about the Ionic all electric Hyundai car. So that's another good one there. So then I won't, as I was saying there, it costs you a lot to get an electric car now. And then there's an article there, long for simple time when Christmas was totally stress free, Justin O'Mahony, and then National Health with Claire Whitney, Eldenberry, one of nature's finest healers. That's says there, and then the children's crossword, and then I'm getting near the end of it then. And then there's a sighting, Jim Hurley's National Trail, sighting of killer whales are pretty rare. A TV documentary narrated by David Attenborough showed a pod of killer whales hunting a hutchback whale and a young calf. The killer whale tries to separate the calf from her mother and use the body weight to press it down to the water to prevent it suffering to breed. And then there's an article then about dogs. Pete Wedderburn, animal doctor. Microchips are the best way of helping lost pets. A microchip scanner is cheap and easy to use. I've seen that. That's good to know. And top films on Thursday, Philomene is on BBC Four. Blinded by the Light, BBC Three. That's on and then Apocalypse Now, which was a good film directed by Francis Coppola, added 30 extra minutes by his Vietnam War epic, and now it's a chance to see it in its glory. Martin Sheen plays Captain Willard, an assailant assigned to find and kill the renegade Colonel Cuts Marlon Brando, who is believed to have descended into insanity. Winner of two Oscars, so that's worth to look up. That's on Saturday, Final Cut, BBC Two, 11 o'clock. So if anyone wants to look at that. And then Rocky is on a Monday, ITV4. That's 10 o'clock. And The Edge of 17, that's BBC Three. So there's good films on. And this week in 1978, the chart was The Rat Traps, The Boomtown Rats. And that was no number one. Boomtown's End Reign of Travolta and Newton Jones at top of the UK charts. So that's then I've went through most of the great people there, all of it. So I hope you enjoyed it. My podcast now is overrun a bit, but I hope you enjoyed it. I would have went through tech there. I'll make another show again. I want to talk about technology there. There was a camera there I was looking at, and I just hope you enjoyed my program today. I had a bit about Trump. I had a bit of rant about Trump. You have to have it, as I was saying there. There's more, should be more people that's speaking up and not letting things happen like this. So that's my opinion, and I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. I'll be back again. So thanks for listening, and goodbye. Bye.